Fox 5 News at noon starts right now.
The presidential pool just got smaller. Nikki Haley is out following yesterday's Super Tuesday results. More on where it all goes from there. But first, you're taking a look at radar across metro Atlanta, where this morning severe weather created quite a mess. Heavy rainfall overnight sent multiple trees to the ground and flooded several roads. Our Fox 5 crews have been out in full force throughout the day, bringing you the very latest. We have team coverage starting with Fox 5 Storm Team meteorologist Jonathan Stacy. Jonathan, what are you seeing?
Alex, imagine waking up on a Wednesday morning, it's raining outside, but you're heading to work, driving through your neighborhood, and out of nowhere, a tree slams onto the hood of your car. Well, that's what happened to one driver this morning, but it was just the beginning of what turned out to be a very bad day. A double dose of trouble at Boring Road in Wesley Chapel this morning. The driver tells us she was on her way to work when a tree fell on the hood of her car. And shortly after stopping to put on her caution lights, a car heading in the opposite direction slammed into the downed tree, sending that driver airborne.
So I put my caution lights on so no other cars could come and hit the tree. But after that, on the other end, another car came up and went up in the air and came back down on the other side of the tree. And
she wasn't the only person caught in harm's way as flooding rain saturated the ground and inundated low-lying areas. This giant tree gave a DeKalb County family a rude awakening this morning when it slammed into their Flagstone Drive home. The daughter says her mom was asleep on the couch in the living room when the tree pinned her to the sofa. It took rescue crews more than an hour to get the family of four out of the home. Meanwhile, on Hutchins Road in southeast Atlanta, two cars got stuck as waters rose swiftly this morning. Atlanta Fire and Rescue had to use boats to rescue the people inside. Another water rescue, this time in Buckhead. Our crews believe the black SUV tried to take on rising floodwaters, but ended up getting stuck as the water rose to its windows. And back out here live on Boring Lane in DeKalb County, you can see here there are trees and limbs that line the road here. In fact, at last check, there's still some 900 customers without power here in DeKalb County, but crews are working hard to restore that power as we speak. After all, it's going to be a long day for these people to recover and try to get cleaned up what they can, because we have another wave of rain that's set to move in on Friday. For now, we're live in Southwest DeKalb. Jonathan Stacy, Fox 5 News.
A jarring morning for many across the metro. Jonathan, thank you. A popular midtown spot that's normally packed around this time is shut down because its roof collapsed. Would you just look at this drone video? It shows the damage from above Mary Mac's Tea Room. It's on Ponce de Leon. Fox 5's Mary Smith is live at the restaurant, where it will be a long road to reopen. Mary.
Yeah, we spoke with an official from Atlanta Fire Rescue a little while ago. They said thankfully no one was injured in this, but firefighters did respond here just before 4 this morning to find the roof partially collapsed and some debris in the road. Here's a look at everything during daylight here. You can still see some debris and rubble here on the sidewalk. And we did see earlier water coming out of the building from what looked like some sort of leak or burst pipe. Now here's an aerial view from drone video captured this morning showing how extensive the collapse is. Again, this all happened early this morning, just before 4, after overnight storms, but the exact cause of this collapse has not been confirmed. Now, in the restaurant's nearly 80-year history since it opened around the end of World War II, it has hosted politicians, tourists, and many living here in Metro Atlanta, just enjoying its history and food. Our Good Day Atlanta crew spoke with a man this morning who works next door. He says sometimes he heads to Mary Mac's for lunch.
You know, thinking that the roof collapsed, I couldn't even imagine how much, damage was really done to the building until I drove past, and I'm like, wow, this is really amazing, right?
And earlier this morning, police blocked off part of Ponce de Leon as they cleaned up some of the debris from the collapse. And the restaurant's social media does confirm that it is temporarily closed. We will keep you updated as we learn more information. We're live from Midtown. Mary Smith, Fox 5 News.
Okay, Mary, thank you. Be sure to have the Fox 5 Storm Team app handy today. There you'll get weather alerts sent straight to your phone. You can also track storms using the live radar, and you'll get hour-by-hour forecast features too. That's the perfect segue into what the weather is going to do today, because it sure did do a lot overnight. Here is a live look at downtown Atlanta, where it just seems to be a nice thick film of fog out there. Fox 5 Storm Team meteorologist Jeff Hill joins us now with the forecast. We get a little bit of a break today, right?
We will. We'll get a break this afternoon, and tomorrow looks like a really nice day before more rain returns for Friday night into Saturday. That could be another round of very heavy rain. Speaking of the heavy rain that came through overnight, man, it was coming down. 3.38 inches of rainfall in the last 24 hours here in Atlanta. 2.68 in Marietta, a little bit less up toward Rome, and then you head off to the east out toward Athens. 1.66 and generally close to about 2.5 everywhere else. Gainesville a little bit closer to 2 inches there. So very heavy rainfall in the overnight hours. Not necessarily severe weather. We didn't have any damaging winds. We didn't have any hail. We didn't have any tornadoes. It was just plain old heavy rain that came through, helped to down those trees and helped to collapse the roof down at Mary Mac's. Here's a look at our Fox 5 Live Viper. The rain continues down to the south, down toward Thomaston, back over toward Greenville, back over toward LaGrange. These are all moving off to the east. It's a pretty decent shower right there outside of Thomaston. No lightning being reported anywhere. And then a little bit of light rainfall too farther up to the north, just north of Cleveland all the way through Blairsville. So for the rest of this afternoon, maybe a couple little light showers here or there, or a few sprinkles, and then by later on this evening and overnight we'll start to clear out just a little bit, and by early tomorrow morning we should have a little bit of sunshine for our wake up, and then a beautiful day for Thursday. Outside right now though, we have those low clouds over downtown Atlanta. The visibility right now sits at 2 miles. Current temperature 61, not really going to go much higher than 61, maybe up to about 64 or so for this afternoon. Still stuck in the 50s farther to the north. 72 though out in Edenton, where you're getting a little bit of sunshine. There's some breaks in the clouds down to the south and east. There's a forecast for the remainder of today. Keep your umbrella handy just in case, and I'll tell you more about that rain coming our way for Friday night in just a few minutes. Alex?
All right, Jeff, thanks. The inappropriate relationship between Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis and Nathan Wade is back in the national spotlight. Right now, defense attorney Ashley Merchant is sitting in a state Senate panel. She initially launched the claims that Willis was having an improper relationship with a colleague. Let's take a live look inside that hearing that started just after 9 o'clock this morning. Merchant represents Mike Roman in the election interference case. The Senate committee chair says they're looking at if anything unethical took place and say they're working to restore public trust. So far, Merchant testified she found questionable billing invoices from Wade. She also says she doesn't believe Wade had experience with felony cases. Within the past hour, the committee started questioning about the relationship between the two. Fox 5's Eric Perry is inside the hearing, and we'll have a live report starting on Fox 5 News at 4. According to Governor Brian Kemp, Georgia's streets are much safer thanks to ongoing efforts from the state's crime suppression unit. Yesterday, the governor touted its success in this ex-post. It says that unit started in 2021, and since nearly 1,000 wanted people have been arrested, 41 murder suspects have been captured, and 785 stolen cars were returned to their owners. Young people are behind many of Metro Atlanta's recent shootings, fights, and other crimes, but one Boys and Girls Club aims to change that by offering a safe space for teens. Right now, the organization serves more than 10,000 kids across Metro Atlanta every year. To help expand, the City of Atlanta has donated $1 million. The money will go toward hiring academic support coaches, adding more transportation, and increasing hours.
This place, it helps me take my mind off of the outside world.
We want the kids to know that there is a safe place that they can come to. Things happen in the streets, we know that, but they can still come here and hopefully get some skills to help them make better decisions like conflict resolution.
Leaders at the Boys and Girls Club say their work is just part of a massive effort to battle teen violence. There's a race against time for a Cherokee County mother waiting for a life-saving donation. Back in July, Veronica Montgomery suffered serious medical complications during childbirth. Now she desperately needs a kidney. The 40-year-old is on a kidney donation list at Piedmont Hospital, but she hopes to find someone willing to donate soon so she can see her daughter grow up.
13 people die a day waiting for a kidney in the United States.
Hard for me to believe that my life will never be the same. I just hoping that maybe one day I will get a kidney.
This is a sad story to report. The National Kidney Registry said the life expectancy for someone without a kidney is 5 to 10 years, and Montgomery's wait time for a transplant could very well last that long. Some Georgia Democrats threatened to leave it blank in protest of President Biden's Israel policies. More on how the Leave It Blank primary campaign got its start.
Nikki Haley is officially out of the presidential race, pretty much guaranteeing it will be a Donald Trump-Joe Biden rematch in November. I'm Rebecca Castor in Washington with the details next.